UFC on Fox, number 9. Pat Healy steps back into the cage, and this time he's taking on Bobby Green. And if you remember, Pat Healy, he lost to Khabib Nurmagomedov at UFC 165 to unanimous decision. Before that, he had the fight versus Jim Miller, where it turned into a no contest because of that whole weed thing. And, you know, he's fighting really low on the card, on the UFC on Fox number 9 card. And, you know, we had high hopes for Pat Healy. He kind of beat Jim Miller, you know, got that fight with Khabib and lost that. And now he's, you know, knocked down really low on the cards, and he's stepping in versus Bobby Green. And Bobby Green's fought twice in UFC, and he came from Strikeforce. But before that, he was a big king of the cage fighter. Anyway, he fought in Strikeforce, fought on the San Diego card, where Rousey fought Kaufman, so I saw him fight live there that night. And then he came into UFC and he fought Jacob Volkman, and he actually beat him by rear naked choke in the 3rd round, and a lot of people were surprised, you know. And then he fought that kid James Krause last time, and he knocked him out with a kick to the body. So, you know, he's won 2 in a row in UFC, and he's won 6 in a row overall. And his last loss was versus Cavalcante back in Strikeforce. So, you know, this guy's won 6 in a row, and you got to give him credit. But he's fighting Pat Healy, who, although does not have a good record, is a tough test for anybody. We saw him in that bloodbath versus Jim Miller. That fight was just bananas. And, you know, he was smoking a ton of weed before that fight, or some weed before that fight, just even made it more bananas. But I want to ask you guys now, who do you think is going to win this fight? Do you think that Bobby Green's going to take it to Pat Healy? He's won 6 in a row, and Pat Healy won 6 in a row before that, before he fought Jim Miller. And Khabib is a really tough test for anybody. He's got a ton of crazy Russian fans, you know, going nuts over this guy. I'm going to go with Pat Healy in this fight. I think he's got more experience, even though he's got all those losses, just because of the fight that he fought versus Jim Miller, and because of last time, the way he fought versus Khabib. But I'm interested in knowing your opinions, and I want to know what you think about Bobby Green. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Peace out. Thanks so much to everybody who's ever commented in my channel. It means a lot to me. You guys are the shit, man, and I love UFC, you know. Thank you, Dana White, for putting this together. Peace out, guys. UFC on Fox number 9 is going to be stacked. I love these Fox cards.